we have this election. We were here recording for the day of the election.
Yes.
And there was so much at stake, because if the other side had won, I mean, this was threatening everything from abortion to morality to religious liberty to, I mean, things would have been shut down. I mean, the Hyde Amendment, they were going to strike it down, which meant we were all going to be paying for abortion. So this was going to seal everything, and the Supreme Court justices for the next 30 years.
And that would seal God's judgment against it, wouldn't it?
Well, we're already.
You can't kill babies by the millions without God's judgment eventually coming.
And this is what happened. This is what happened in Israel as well. The last days of Israel. What happened in this election was not the answer. It's a window.
Yes.
It's a window for the answer.
That's right.
This is, you know, and the thing is that what are we going to do with this window? What this did is, I mean, no matter what you think of Donald Trump, what you did, and God, and we've spoken about, and there's a lot to share, but God uses unlikely people. He uses people who at times may not even know him. He will use people. But what it did is, no matter what you think of Donald Trump, what it did is it undid all those threats that were lined up against the kingdom of God. Yes. The Hyde Amendment has been, which was our money going to abortion, that stopped. Laws that would have hindered the gospel, that stopped. All these things, not everything has stopped, but many of those things stopped.
The stakes in the election were far more gigantic than what people think. This was the end. Thinking people know America was at its end. I talked to Dan Betzer, who is a delightful gentleman, but he was telling me America was making some final decision if we hadn't made this.
It was sealing. What was this? I mean, you know, this would have sealed everything. That's the problem. It would have sealed.
And with the Supreme Court situation, it would have been absolutely sealed.
For a generation, and that would have affected every decision about religious liberty, about indoctrination of children, about paying for abortion. That's how big this election was. That's why this whole thing was a miracle.